In today's episode, we talk about international markets and dealing in different currencies. Welcome to episode 68 of The Honest Entrepreneur Show. My name's Tom Ross, and let's get into it. For anyone watching the YouTube version of this episode, I am rocking a little Design Cuts t-shirt. Fun fact about this t-shirt, I wore it to Creative South along with our creative director Matt, and it's got a thing on the back. I'm going to turn around here. That says scan me, and people would scan it with their phones and it would open up on their phone with an opportunity to get a free design bundle at our website. And that came about just through brainstorming on our podcast. So hopefully that's like an insight into some of the creative marketing that we do. We're not just merching it up. We're trying to give people like a fun, interactive experience.
This question is from Noviana. I want to work in international markets, but I'm not sure how to approach pricing. When do currency rates make a difference in pricing, and how should I manage that if my products are affected by different rates?
Hey Noviana, thank you so much for jumping on the show. That is honestly quite a complex question, and I will put my hands up here. I'm not like a currency expert. I'm very glad that we've got a very competent FD, financial director upstairs, who's part of our team, and he looks after this stuff. But I've seen it certainly can have an impact. We actually have a Japanese division of our company, which many people don't know about. Marco, in the YouTube version, if we can like ping that up with the little penguin mascot for people to see. But yeah, it's crazy. We literally have like a Japanese part of the business. And that has been such a learning experience in terms of tapping into international markets, foreign currencies, exchange rates, all that kind of stuff. And we can see it can fluctuate quite a lot. So when we're converting, and even like from dollars, which we charge in on the main site, into pounds, which are our currency here in the UK, we've seen it's almost like you have to become an FX trader or something, because you will bide your time and wait 2 weeks and then make a conversion, and it can literally be hundreds or thousands of pounds difference just because the currency markets have fluctuated. So you get some pretty crazy stuff like that. I think it's also worth bearing in mind, like, each market is going to be different. I know we're a little bit globalized right now with the internet, but we have noticed that different markets will behave in different ways. And that goes just beyond currency. You know, that can come down to things like their economy. So if a country has a very frothy economy, they're going to be spending more. If they're struggling a bit and almost heading towards recession, or they're not as well off in that particular country, then they're probably not going to be willing to spend as much. So I think being aware of your market the same way you should be with a demographic or a audience persona or something like that is always a good idea. We've actually had to redo our entire like audience development and our understanding of our audience when we moved into that different international market, because it's not one size fits all. We couldn't take our traditional audience persona and just dump it into a different country's market. It wouldn't work. So we had to kind of go back to square one and do all the stuff of like, you know, how economically wealthy are they? Like, what do they care about? All of that upfront work we did when we first launched the company to a US and kind of Western market, we had to do once more for that Japanese market. And so, I think pay attention to the nuances, both socially and economically, of the market you're tapping into. Learn the exchange rate. I mean, you might find that they don't mind paying in dollars, pounds, or whatever your currency is, or you might find they're resistant to it and they really prefer to pay in their own currency. But actually do the research to figure out what is going to be more profitable for you as a business. So it might be that there's a little bit of resistance to paying in a foreign country, but the exchange rate is such that you're actually going to be way better off as a business. So it's worth taking a hit in like a slightly reduced number of transactions. Or it might be that they would never pay in anything outside of their currency. So you're just going to have to take the hit in terms of like exchange rates. Maybe you charge more to compensate. Maybe you just accept it is what it is and kind of move from there. So that would be my experience and that would be my answer. But I just think you have to get out there and do your research, learn the market, and just get your hands dirty, really. Question of the day. What country are you from and what is your local currency? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm really enjoying the YouTube show. If you are too, then be sure to hit the subscribe icon and tick the little bell to get notifications when I post new content on this platform.